All right, U.S. President Donald Trump has expressed his frustration with Iran's stance in nuclear negotiations as U.S. staff left Israel due to safety concerns. Though mediator Oman has promoted what it said was a breakthrough to avert the war, his comments come today after the United States and Iran held talks in Geneva and are a reflection of biggest U.S. military buildup in West Asia. Now, Trump said that the cleric-run state was not willing to give U.S. what it wants.
Made a final decision. We're not exactly happy with the way they're negotiating. They cannot have nuclear weapons, and we're not thrilled with the way they're negotiating. So we'll see how it all works.
Trump later added that he does not want Iran to do nuclear enrichment at all that could possibly go towards a nuclear bomb, which Iran denies it is pursuing. He further said that Tehran was still demanding uranium enrichment up to 20 and 30%, citing civilian purposes, and that he rejects any such demand. Now, this comes as UN nuclear watchdog IAEA has stated that some of Iran's weapons-grade uranium was stored in an underground area of its nuclear site in Isfahan. The IAEA report said that it does not have access to any of Iran's 4 declared uranium enrichment facilities and cannot provide any information on the current size or the whereabouts of Iran's enriched uranium stock or whether it has suspended all enrichment.
Well, we're not happy with the negotiation. They just don't want to. They don't want to say the key words. We're not going to have a nuclear weapon. They have to say we're not going to have a nuclear weapon, and they just can't quite get there. They want to enrich a little bit. You don't have to enrich when you have that much oil. So I'm not happy with the negotiation.
Well, on the other hand, the U.S. State Department has confirmed that Secretary of State Marco Rubio will travel to Israel for talks on Iran on Monday. Now, what's different, however, is that Rubio will travel without reporters on his plane. In the meantime, satellite imagery has captured U.S. aircraft carrier USS Gerald R. Ford over the Mediterranean, sailing through its destination on the northern Israeli coast amid fears of a wider regional conflict. Later, it was confirmed that said carrier remains deployed near Israel's Haifa city. And well, parallel to this, numerous countries have released travel advisories and mandatory evacuations from both Iran and Israel. The German advisory said it urgently discouraged travel to Israel, while the UK said it was moving diplomatic staff out of Tel Aviv. Simultaneously, China, a main partner of Tehran, has called on its citizens to evacuate Iran as soon as possible. And for more on this, our correspondent Susan Tenani sent us this report from New York.
President Trump says that he's, quote, not thrilled with Iran as tensions escalate between Washington, Tehran, and Israel, adding to the urgency. Oman's foreign minister, who has been mediating U.S.-Iran talks, was in Washington on Friday meeting with Vice President J.D. Vance, signaling diplomacy is still active behind the scenes. At the same time, Secretary of State Marco Rubio is expected to travel to Israel on Monday for high-level talks about Iran and regional security. But security concerns are growing. The U.S. Embassy in Israel has authorized non-essential staff and family members to leave, warning they should depart while commercial flights are still available. The only clear pattern, it seems, is mixed messaging and uncertainty going into the weekend. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.